We have a show tomorrow, Bonnie Juice.
Hey, 20 to the Edge, Southern Indiana's alternative station. Dr. Mick here with
Pineapple Bill.
And you're listening to the 3-Ring
Rockfest.
Right now we have switched it up. We got Enlou sitting at the mics right now. How are you guys doing?
Doing well. Good.
You guys had a long drive today coming from Cincinnati, Ohio.
Yes.
You guys are all the way from Cincinnati. Are you in Cincinnati, or are you guys just outside, like are you in Hamilton?
We're in Cincinnati.
You're in Cincinnati.
In the heart of it. Camp Washington, actually.
Camp Washington.
5 minutes from UC.
The barren industrial.
Yeah.
How is that? What is it like being a band in like a big city scene?
Well, it's pretty good, actually.
Pretty good?
Yeah. A lot of people, it's a city where people actually want to go to shows, and they enjoy going to shows. So you know, like, if you play a couple shows a month, people will come to each one. So it's pretty awesome.
You meet a lot of people and get some good connections over there?
Oh,
For sure, yeah.
So, we were discussing earlier, somebody dropped the question to Enlou, which seems like one that they have a bit of trouble answering themselves. What exactly genre are you guys? As they look around, they both look side to side.
It says visual indie pop on your MySpace. Where does the visual come in?
Nowhere, really.
Nowhere? You guys don't dress up or have videos up on the screen?
We've been trying to
pictures.
We've been trying
Mental
to
pictures?
coin the phrase, like we haven't been really trying, but we thought it'd be cool if it like snowballed this term called shade pop. If it was kind of like had like poppy characteristics, but kind of darker and mellow.
Darker tones?
I don't know if that's what we are. We just
kind of like let the music develop visuals for the audience.
We play like an E flat, which isn't standard, so it's like has a little bit darker like sound, I guess, to it. Just like it's just not standard like whatever bar chords.
There's more going on there. It's full of, I guess, dynamic. I guess the way to put it.
It's more like an eclectic mix of like.
Kind of like every time you listen to it, it's like, oh, I missed that. And you pick up different things every time you listen to it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, maybe. I don't know.
think Pineapple Bill just solved the Da Vinci Code.
I think
we found what exactly he's going for. He's trying to break it down musically for what's going down. All right. So, yeah, what is the majority of bands in Cincinnati? What's the genre there? The dominating genre here is, of course, hardcore.
Definitely.
That's all it is. With the exception, you know, of Stockholm Robot and a handful of other bands.
Stone Coil, which you guys will be playing with tonight. They're all funny guys. You love them.
Yeah, it's not really hardcore at all. It's more Dayton, Ohio. I guess it's sort of like indie, psychedelic, like some like old rock, like Lions Rampant. There's a band called Pomegranates. They're kind of like indie pop. Comes as art pop. And then
It varies a lot, really.
there's some awesome bands though. I'm glad to be part of the Cincinnati scene.
Awesome, awesome. Well, we are in the studio with Enlou and Stockholm Robot. Not one, but two. But you get a double shot of bands. And that's because me and Pineapple Bill, we just can't handle one band. We're just that good. And we, you know, okay, yeah. All right. But checking in with As Per Her Fates, who will be playing with the Chariot, I think, in a couple weeks at Boney June's.
Wow.
21st, you don't want to miss that show. That's going to be a pretty big deal, if you ask me. Right now, here's new music by As For Her Fates. It's led by Everest on your #1 college radio station and top 50 in the nation. 820 The Edge.
Pineapple Bill.
And I'm being too loud, so I'm going to pull my mic back.
Blah, blah,
But
blah.
you're listening to the 3-Ring Rockfest.
Yes, you are. Got Enlou on from Ohio, Cincinnati.
It's Enlou, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I always want to say Enlou. It doesn't even look like, it's not even spelled. It's spelled E-N-L-O-U. But I just want to say Enlou.
He has this weird thing about him where he says things kind of weird, Pineapple Bill. I don't know what it's.
My mind is like dyslexic.
We chose a weird name. It's our fault.
It is. Where does your name come from? Where did you? Is that someone's last name? You created it.
Yeah, it comes from the French phrase "Enlou," I-N space L-I-E-U, which means like instead of, and then we just changed the spelling. So.
Okay. Instead of.
I like that. Or in place of.
More so, we just wanted a name that like the music defined the name and not vice versa. You couldn't really like assume anything by
the name.
Hearing the name. So
maybe you can.
Enlou, you guys are on a label. What label are you guys on?
Luho Records.
Luho Records.
Southern California.
How'd you get a hold of those guys, or how did they get a hold of you?
Well, I guess like a year and a half ago, friends of ours in a band called Pomegranates, I guess they got signed. Actually, it was like a couple of years ago, and we were good friends with them, and I guess they contacted us through that, and they wanted to sign us, and then we didn't have a drummer for like 10 months, and so they decided to hold off, and they waited until we had a drummer again, and we told them we were gonna like record a few songs, show them, see if they still wanted to sign us, and they decided just to make an EP, which is this Threshing Floor EP, and they said if we wanted to be on the label, we could, and so we agreed to.
Is this your EP? This is your EP, right? What does it have a title? Oh yeah, it does. Threshing Floor. You guys have so many interesting things. How did you get the name Threshing Floor?
Actually, like in ancient times or whatever, for making crops, there's always this place in a field that was like cement or rock, and that's where they would take I think it's called the grain, and they'd throw it up in the air, and the chaff and the grain would separate, so what they needed for food they would grab, and so I guess the EP kind of embodies just separating the good from the bad in some ways. So.
Sweet. And we are going to be playing Liquid Light, I think is what we decided to be the first song. Gosh, why do you guys just have all these weird names? You're tripping me out right now. No, Liquid Light, what's that about? Light in liquefied form.
It's like a really weird sci-fi scenario. It's hard to explain, but like it's if like these weird beings came to the earth and like just kind of spread hope, I guess, in short. That's what I'm gonna say.
Like Third Rock from the Sun, I
exactly.
get you.
Exactly.
That's what I think.
Because that's what their mission was, to spread hope.
We're like, we need a song about Third Rock from the Sun. Alright, well here it is, new music from Enlou. It's Liquid Light on your #1 college radio station, 820 The Edge.
820edge.com.